Hello, everybody. Um, Today, I'd like to talk about the time that I almost got the ghost deer. Now, to begin this story, I was about 16, 17 years old, and I had been hunting for about 5 or 6 years. And I knew a really good place to go, and it was out on my great aunt Agnes's farm. There was a nice clump of trees, uh, and then there was a valley, there was a pond, and then another clump of trees on the other side of the valley. And on this particular day, it was extremely cold. I was wearing full hunting gear, of course, the orange blaze hat, the orange jacket, but I had coveralls on, had thick boot socks, thinsulate boots, and I was bundled up pretty well, and took my brother-in-law, soon to be brother-in-law, uh, out, and we went over to, started on, dropped him off at the first clump of trees, and then I went down the valley and on the other side and was facing toward where Edward was. Now, it was extremely early in the morning, and so it was dark, couldn't see very much, so we had flashlights and got all set up, got ready, and we sat in our tree stands, and he's over there and I'm over here and sitting there, and it seemed like we were sitting there for hours, but the sun finally did start to come up, and I heard some rustling, and well, that gets you excited, so you look around, not moving too much, but you look around, and well, it was a bunch of squirrels just running all over the place. uh, they would run down the hill and run around behind me, and well, shoot, now sitting there some more, uh, and I heard some more rustling, and I thought, well, probably another squirrel. I look around, and just on the other side of the hill, just just up from the bottom of the creek, a deer had jumped over the fence and was walking along just just on the other side of the creek. And this deer was massive, and it was completely gray, and the antlers were bright white, and it was the most amazing deer I've ever seen. And so I slowly pull up, and I'm thinking it's probably too far away, but hopefully I can scare it toward Edward. So I pull up and fire a shot, and sure enough, it scared him directly toward where Edward was sitting. And okay, well, so we're good. And then I get over there to where Edward is, and we start talking, and neither one of us could believe how amazing that deer was. And he had tried to shoot it, obviously, and he got actually a decent shot. And we sat there for a little bit, waited for it, because you have to wait, let the adrenaline die down, or the deer will just continue to run. So we sat there for several minutes, talked for a while, and then we started tracking. Well, we could see everywhere that he had jumped and landed, there was blood everywhere. But as soon as he would get up and start walking again, it was gone. And there would just be small drops here and there. We tracked him for probably 4 hours, and it got to the point where there was no more blood. So I call him the ghost deer. And that was the day that I almost got the ghost deer.